Back for game 2. Jacob Vanek, starting pitcher for the Cougars. Lassen won a must-win game last game. As we talked about previously, it was a real gut check for the team after getting whacked yesterday. To come back today with a tough win and struggle in the ninth, but still hold on to the win. It's a good check from below the waist of what your team's like. So we're gonna go here. We got all of them are must wins for playoff spots. We gotta have them. Vanek's been a consistent pitcher all year long. Cougars love to continue to hit. They got some guys they can bring back. Laughlin can come back this game. A couple other guys. We're hoping for a good 5 or 6 out of Vanek. I was telling the guys in the booth during the game that I helped coach the softball team at the high school, and we had a real struggle this weekend. Yesterday, struck out a boatload of times. Faced a good pitcher. She was going to UNLV on a full scholarship, and she shoved it on us. And the other pitcher from PB, she was pretty good too. And we just we struck out like 30 times in a doubleheader. Telling them that it doesn't matter. Like they lost yesterday, 24 doesn't matter. I was hoping the girls' softball team at the high school bounced back today, but I think they struggled both games today too. I haven't seen final scores, but I heard they lost both. Back to the drawing board for the Lady Grizzlies on Monday. I haven't got any final scores for Lassen College softball yet, but I'll look into that and get them to you as soon as I get them. Right now, Vanek's going to face leadoff batter Moore from Butte. Moore had 1 hit in the opener. Vanek, another guy that works a very quick tempo fastball, knocks him off the plate, ball 1. Go downstairs and see if Brooklyn's got the scores of softball games. The 1-0's popped up out of play down the first baseline. So again, good quick tempo by Vanek. 1-1 count to Moore and hits him in the back. On the 1-1 offering, hits Butte's leadoff batter smack in the back. Moore, four stolen bases, so he could go. And that'll lead to Gomes, the batter. Left fielder had 1 hit in the first game. First pitch, ball 1. Oh, again. The 1-0, pick off to first. Back easily. The 1-1's flown to medium deep left field. Caught by Scherer. Throws the ball into the infield. 1 out, 1 on. And the batter will be Aragral. He had 2 hits in the first game today. Vanek comes set, checks the runner at first, and the 0-0 offering. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
FRCB Redwoods 6-3. Oh, damn.
Is there?
They must have. Yeah, they won 16.
Vanek hitting the count 0-1. The pitch, breaking ball low and away.
16-4 and 16-3
Ball.
yesterday.
Feather River beat Redwoods today 6-3.
They played 2 games Friday.
And beat them twice yesterday as well. The 1-1 pitch, a fastball with a big swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Eggerall falls behind 1-2 with a runner on first base and 1 out. Vanek comes set, checks the runner, And a pitch in the dirt, blocked by Davenport, who scooped it into his glove. Butte's runner was reading the ball in the dirt, did a great job reading it in the dirt. Most of the time, the ball doesn't pop into the catcher's glove. He would have been safe easily. This time it did, and Davenport threw him out to record the second out of the inning. So nobody on, 2 outs, full count to Agarwal, the DH. Payoff pitch, ground ball third, foul. Count remains 3-2. Just got an update on women's softball. Lost games today to College of Redwoods. Kobe Chavez in his first year of coaching. And the 3-2 pitch is a fastball in, called strike 3. Inning over. Cougs coming to bat in the bottom. Starting pitcher for Butte will be number 20, Byron Reef. Reef, a left-handed pitcher, comes in with a 5-0 record, 2.83 ERA over 41 and a third innings. Struck out 49 in 41 innings. That's a high total. Only walking 15. He's had 9 appearances on the year. And it's time for the Cougs to put on their rally caps and get started early and often. All these games are must-wins. Got to have them all. There is no for sure playoff berth right now. They're in the running, and they got a good shot at it. But they need to cap it out with a sweep here and a sweep next week in a Shasta to assure it, in my opinion. I don't know how the RPIs are coming out, but when they do, we're right in the hunt, but we need these wins. Reef finishes with warm-up pitches. The ball goes down to second base. And leading off the bottom of the first for the Cougars will be Jack Ingraham. Ingraham digs in the 0-0 pitch. Fastball strike. Ingraham didn't have a hit in the first game, but made many good defensive plays. The 0-1 is taken for a ball high, even in the count at 1-1. Made a couple of really good plays and in tight situations, too. The 1-1, fastball popped up out of play. Lefty's got a little sneakiness to him. Ball comes out of his hand pretty good sometimes. And he's ahead in the count right now to the leadoff batter, Ingram, 1-2. Rocks the pitch on the way. Fastball up, but swung on and fouled off. Should have been ball 2. Count remains 1-2. Fastball hit to straightaway right field. Right fielder drifts back on a little bit, makes the catch. Ingram's out number 1 on a catch by the right fielder. That'll bring Caden Stutzman to the plate. Hitless in the first game. You have to really watch out. He tries to drag bunt, and the ball goes foul. It's good effort by Stutzman. A lot of his bunts have been going to the mound, and he's been getting thrown up by a step with his good speed. But anything down the line, most likely for a guy like him, is going to be a hit. Third baseman's playing even with the bag. First baseman's about halfway between the bag and the outfield grass, and the 0-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Stutzman digs in, 0-2, rocks the pitch. Fall to right field line. He's sinking and falls out of play. Almost snuck one in. Count remains 0-2. The 0-2, he reaches for it, pops it up to shallow right field. It's caught for out number 2. That'll bring Matt Scher to the plate. Matt continued his hot hitting with 2 hits in the first game. Scher takes the first pitch for a strike. Takes the second pitch for a strike. Falls quickly behind 0-2. Brian Reef has had a pretty good bottom of the inning. Fastball jam, Sure, weak pop up to second, inning over. At the end of 1, 0-0. Apparently, the second game of the Lassen College softball doubleheader is not quite over yet, but they're down by a whole bunch. It is the bottom of the 5th. If they don't score a few runs, the run rule will end the game. Then, like I said, head coach Colby Chavez does a good job. First year, got hired late. Didn't have a full season of recruits, so he pinned together the best team he could and did an admirable job doing so. Now batting will be Daniels. Daniels had 1 hit in that 9th inning, which put a little scare in the Cougars. But they're back to playing him to pull in the outfield, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. Pretty much straight up in the infield, but playing a pull in the outfield. Now it's pull in the infield after moving everybody, and the 0-1 on the way. Fastball fouled straight back, 0-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Davenport, but not good enough. If that was the strike 3 swinging, that ball would have gotten away and the runner would have been safe. He's going to do a better job of kind of surrounding the ball and making it hit his chest and drop right in front of him. One, two, breaking ball hit in the hole. Fielded by Rackham. Rackham across the diamond. Out number one. Nice little play, ranging way to his left to make the play. And that's out number one. Stouch is going to be the batter now. Stouch did hit a home run last game. It was his only hit. Cougar pitching responded in the first game. And the first pitch is line drive right at Ingraham for out number two. Olson, the batter. Olson had one hit in the first game. He hits here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Pitch taken for a strike. It's a big kid. Crowds at the plate, waits for the offering, takes another pitch. Strike two. Now Lassen shifted their outfield to late and shifted their infield to play him late. Third baseman way off the line and the shortstop playing way up the middle. The 0-2. Fastball up, fouled off. It's not a bad pitch. Seeing if you chase it up, I imagine. And it was a little bit more hittable than you want, but really not much you could have done with that pitch. So count remains 0-2. Slider, strike three, swinging. At the end of 1.5, 0-0.
I saw that.
The warm-ups are done. Brian Reeve comes out for his second inning of work. Made easy work of the Cougars in the bottom of the first. 2 fly balls and a pop-up to second base. Cougars were late on all 3 at-bats, and Zach Rackham's the batter. Takes the 0-0 pitch for a ball, 1-0. Rackham 2 hits in the opener. And the 1-0 on the way. Up 2-0. Gotta hurt him on this count. Guy's 5-0 with a pretty good ERA. You gotta take advantage of these count hittings when it's in favor of the offense. The 2-0 on the way. Ball low and away. Didn't look like a fastball, but it might have been. Averaging just under 3 runs a game, giving up, and the 3-0 is a strike, 3-1.
Let's go, Zach.
3-1 count to Rackham. Takes away ball 4. Cougars are running on first with nobody out. That'll bring Nate Rowley to the plate. Bet the farm they're going to bunt. Rackham can run too, though. Might try to steal off the left-hander. I'm betting on bunt. The pitch. First pitch is popped up down the left field line. Long run for the left fielder, who dives and makes a spectacular catch. Not sure why the shortstop didn't make that catch, but the left fielder ran a mile, got a dive off at the last minute, and made a great catch. So Coach Avila rolled the dice, gave Rowley a free swing, and again, he makes the first pitch out. I'm not sure that hasn't happened every time today, whether safe or out, that he has not offered at the first pitch and put it in play. We have 1 out, runner on first, and the batter is Jacob Cook. Lefty-lefty matchup, Reef a lefty, Cook a left-handed hitter. Rackham a threat to steal, and there's the pick to first base. Back safely. 1 out. Bunting probably out of the question, but stealing still a threat. He's stealing, calls it off because of the bad jump, and gets back safely to first base. He was going, realized he didn't get a very good jump, called it off, and made it back to first safely. Part of the reason why Cook is a big guy in the left-handed batter's box, and the catcher couldn't throw around him to throw behind him. So he got a little benefit there. Counts 0-1, not stealing. Cook swings and misses. Goes to 0-2 in the count. One out, one on. 0-2 to Cook. Rackham stealing. Cook takes strike 3. The throw to second, not in time. So Rackham steals the bag. Cook strikes out looking. And Lassen has a runner in scoring position. 2 outs. And Jake Ortner, the batter. Arthur had a hit yesterday. Came in the series hitting 214 hits here, 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. The pitch. Ground ball right side. Couldn't get through for a base hit. Right fielder comes up with it. The throw to the plate is not in time. Ortner will come back at second safely. And the seldom used starter, Jake Ortner, comes up with a big RBI single to put the Cougars ahead, 1-0. A 2-out knock through the right side of the infield puts the Cougars ahead.
Looks like a seasoned veteran in the MLB.
Cougars lead 1-0. Ortner at second in scoring position. And the batter's going to be Juan Perez.
Rackham looks so old. He looks like a seasoned veteran in the MLB. Yeah, it's Jake.
2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And Perez digs in. Ortner not a base stealing threat. Pitcher comes set. 1 look at second. And the pitch. Up and away. Reef got rattled just a little bit. Walked the leadoff batter who ends up scoring on a 2-out knock by Ortner. Keep telling you, leadoff walks are all bad. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off. Perez had a good cut at it. Leadoff walk comes back to bite Reef and help the Cougs to a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second. 1-1 to count to Perez. Nobody holding on Ortner at second. And a pitch. Fastball away, strike 2. 1-2, 2 outs. Ortner at second.
They have some weak shit. Look at center.
And here's the 1-2. fouled off. Weekly down the third base line, kind of jammed him. So kind of an excuse me swing
They did that yesterday.
that he fights off. I was reading in one of my favorite books. They did a study on how many teams win that score first in the big leagues, and it came out to 80%, almost 78% of the teams that score first win games. I went back and checked out Frank's as Perez takes the breaking ball for 2-2. His games last year, and he certainly won 80% of the games they scored first. And the other study was how many innings you score in, not how many big innings you have, how many innings you tally a run in. And the team that scored in the most innings won the game 84% of the time. So it's not about big innings. And there's a base hit left field on a 2-2 pitch. They're going to try to score Ortner. Here comes the throw to the plate. No throw, cut off. Perez with a 2-out single gives the Cougars a 2-0 lead. Davenport the batter, runner at first, 2 outs. Cougs up 2-0.
You got a bunt hit last time. 2 outs. Sit back. He did. He had a single goal last time too. Right on the right side of the field. Look at that.
And there's another 2-out single by Davenport. Perez is going to end up at third, and Davenport, it was a good hustling play to get the second, but ill-advised. He was safe. If he gets thrown out there with the top of the order coming up, that would have been a mistake. So we can celebrate it. The fact is, it probably wasn't good base running, but it was good hustle. Cougs up 2-0. Runners at second and third. And it is Jack Ingram, leadoff batter, hitting here with 2 outs. Out comes Butte's pitching coach to have a conversation. So with Feather sweeping Redwoods and Butte losing the first game today, Feather's 2 games out of first place. If Butte dumps this game, Feather will be 1 game out of first place, playing Butte twice next week. And I believe they took 2 out of 3 from Butte in the first round. Things getting interesting all over here. If Lassen sweeps today and Butte sweeps Feather next week, and we sweep Shasta, we'll be in a tie for third with second with Feather, but we have the tiebreaker on them, so we'd be the second place team going into the playoffs. The second place team gets the automatic berth, which is huge. So here's Ingram, runners at second and third. The 0-0 pitch taken for a strike, low in the zone, but a strike. Ingram quickly behind 0-1. Oh, 2. Consecutive singles by Ortner and Perez, giving the Cougs a 2-0 lead here. And the pitch, down and in, taken for a ball. 1-2, 2 out, second and third. Cougs up 2. Got another, like a second breath coming right now. We'll see how Butte responds in the top of the inning. But here's the 0-2. In the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Here comes the play at the plate on the pass ball. He's safe at third. A great read by Perez on the ball in the dirt. It got away maybe 10 feet, and he got down the line in a hurry on a good read and increases the lead to 3. Davenport ends up at third. 3-0 Cougs. 2 outs, runner at third. 2-2 count to Ingraham.
And then we do this. We had him 4-9 in the 9th inning. They scored 4.
Breaking ball jams Ingram, pitcher fields it on the third base side, throws the first base, inning over. Ingram's retired 1-3, but the Cougs get 3 and lead 3-0 after 2. So winning the first game is keeping Butte from celebrating a conference championship on our field. We talked about that earlier, but you just feel like fighting when someone does that on your own field. That's not going to happen today. And a Butte sweep or a Lassen sweep today will give Feather River a jump start, being 1 game out with 2 to play against Butte. It'd be an interesting series. We got 2 against Shasta that we still have to win too. And the OO offering. So the leadoff batter, Pawlowski, singles up the middle on the first pitch of the inning. Butte has a runner on first with nobody out. Carter Lyons, a batter, came in the series hitting .307. He had 1 hit in the opener. He bats here with nobody out and a runner on first base. Still not, you can still short game. They don't. He pops the first pitch up and out of play. You can still play for 1. It's early. It's a little surprising that the 9-hole batter isn't bunting in this situation. But Coach Farrow knows his team better than I do. The 0-1 pitch. Nope, we got a pick before that. Caught him leaning and got him out. Picked him off. He got caught leaning and he picked him off.
A lot of emotion.
And it's 1 out now. 0-1 count to the batter.
It was a good move.
The pitch. Slider in the dirt.
That baby pinning.
So Vanek, 1-1 count to Lions, and the pitch. Fastball away, 2-1. Two on the Lions, taking ball 3. Beautiful day, slight breeze, and the 3-1. Hammered to center field. Sure, going back on it, makes a nice over-the-shoulder running catch for out number 2. That ball was hit really well. But it goes as the second out. And we go to the 9-hole batter, Barry. Barry hitless in the first game.
Yeah, he always goes up.
0-0 ball, 1-0. It's a big plus when you got a guy like Sure who can go chase balls from gap to gap, come in and catch the bleeders and go over the shoulder and catch one going away from him. Base hit up the middle on the 1-0 offering by Barry. Barry's on with 2 outs. They'll bring the leadoff batter Moore to the plate. Moore was hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Vanek's pitching with 2 outs, a runner on first. First pitch, check swing. He definitely swung. That's ridiculous. Okay, here's what happened here. That guy swung almost all the way around. When they asked for help, the home plate umpire yelled, he most certainly did not go, but asked for help. There's no way the base umpire is going to overrule him after he says he certainly did not go. There's the pickoff again. The guy's back safely. It's just bad. It's bad umpiring right there. It's not right. Let the base umpire make the decision on his own. Don't put him in a bad position that's overrule you after you announce to the ballpark that there certainly didn't go. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. All he had to do is put his hand up and ask for help. If the base umpire said no swing, perfect. But don't yell it that he certainly didn't swing and then ask for help. The count is 2-0, and the pitch taken for a strike. Two-one count to Moore. Fastball taken up. 3-1. Outfield playing deep, and here's the pitch. Ball is hammered pretty well to center field on the line, but Sure comes in and catches it on the run. Like I said, he makes a great play coming in. He made a better play going back, and he can go from left center field to right center field with the best of them. Vanek gets out of it, throws another 0 on the board, and after 2.5, the Cougs are up 3-0. Now it is a final. The Lady Cougars dropped the doubleheader today to College of the Redwoods. They end their season. They split with Shasta yesterday. A couple good games. Ball didn't go their way today. Had a couple lopsided scores, and their season ends. And we're looking for a fresh start next season. And Colby has a full year of recruiting. He did a great job of piecing it together with girls from Alturas and Susanville, Chester, Vegas, Northern Nevada, and they played hard. They were played injured. They did a good job. The majority of them are coming back. I think he's losing 2 sophomores. So he has a good recruiting base to start with. And the 0 on the way to Stutzman, who promptly singles the 0-0 fastball up the middle. The Cougars have a good base runner on first base with no outs, and Sure coming to the plate. Not sure they'd be running Sure here. Stutzman can steal, and he false breaks, takes a strike, back pick to first. He's back safely.
Ball or strike?
Strike.
No, it's strike.
0-1. Signs in. And the 0-1 offering. Not running, swings and misses at an off speed up to fall behind 0-2. Not a good running count. As Reef holds the 0-2 pitch for a while, now comes the plate. Strike 3 on a fastball away.
Strike out pretty much.
Not a regular at bat for sure, as he took the first pitch, swung and missed at a breaking ball up, and then swung and missed at a fastball running away from him. And that brings Rackham to the plate. Rackham walked and scored. Stutzman stealing the throw to second. Not in time. He's safe. Stutzman running on first movement from the left-hander. The minute that right foot leaves the ground, you take off. If he picks, the first baseman has to make a nice play coming to get it and throw to short. And if he doesn't pick, you're usually safe because of the quick first movement. So it's 0-1. Stutzman at second. Rackham at the plate. He's stealing third right now. The pitch is taken, and he's out at third. I don't like the play.
What was that call?
Ball, I think. I don't like the play, but it's aggressive. I don't know if he had the green light or if Frank gave him a steal. 1 out, runner in scoring position already. It's a tough play. The 1-1 is a swing and a miss. The run to count to 1-2, 2 outs. Now nobody on after the caught stealing. The other part about that is you breathe life in the other team. The 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball in the dirt. Hit him. So Rackham will be on first base with 2 outs. What I mean by that is that, you got them on their heels. They're a little worried. Now they're starting to worry about next week. And then you try to steal a bag that you don't need. And they throw you out, and it kind of just breathes a little life into them. It's different stealing second. That's an ordinary play. Stealing third is not an ordinary play. It's a great play, and it's a gutsy play. But you're already in scoring position. And there's the pick to Rackham, who can't steal a bag. Heats up and Rowley at the plate. Rowley walked his first time and scored a run. 2 outs, runner on first. In the dirt. 1-0 the count. Reef comes set. Rackham stealing. They pick the first. They got to make the good throw to short. It's in time. And he's called out. Oh, Rackham did everything right. Had a good lead. Left on first movement. Took the inside path to try to draw the throw off his back from the first baseman. The first baseman was just a little bit better. He got a bad throw from the pitcher. Spin turn and threw a strike to second to nail Rackham. The Cougars don't score, and they'll go to the top of the fourth, up 3-0. Goins leading off the top of the fourth for the Roadrunners. Vanek has pitched well here in the 0-0 offering. Breaking ball taken for a strike. Giving up 2 hits, but worked his way out of a jam in the third. And the 0-1 offering. Another soft pitch, swung and missed. Strike 2. Goins does not look good on breaking balls so far. Throw it again, a little more off the plate, or throw a fastball out of the zone to get him to chase it. He throws one in the dirt. as the 0-2 pitch should be. The batter did not offer for it. One and two to Gones. The pitch is on the way. Fastball up and in. 2-2. Anything can happen here, but you just don't want to start the inning off with a walk. It's just bad jubu. 2-2 on the way. Ball hit really hard to left field. Stutzman going back. Will not catch up to it. The ball will be off the wall, and Gones will be in with a stand-up double. This is what I was talking about. The Cougars have 2 base runners caught stealing, which is very aggressive offense. I'm not bagging the move at all. If you're safe, everybody would be saying how great of a play they were. But when you have an inning like that defensively, it kind of picks your offense up. And we start the inning off with a double. Agarwal's the batter, struck out looking his first time. Butte has a runner on second, no outs, and 1 strike on the batter. Again, I don't want you to think I'm bagging on it. It's aggressive baseball, but when it doesn't work, sometimes it fires up the other team a little bit and gives them a little momentum back. Momentum can switch several times during an inning, let alone a game. Base hit up the middle. They're going to score the guy from second. Throw comes into home. It's cut by Cook, and the Roadrunners are on the board. Cheerleading starts from the Butte dugout again. They're pretty quiet when they're getting spanked. Still down 3-1, but they got a little life. And it's going to be the cleanup batter, Daniels, grounded out to third his last at bat. And he hits the ball deep to left field. Hooking foul. The ball stayed fair, and it's a home run. So on an 0-0 pitch, Daniels hits one down the line that stays fair, and Butte's tied the game here in the top of the fourth, 3-3. And just like that, the game's tied. On a double, a single, and a home run. Still no outs. Stouchu has a home run today already. In a whole new ball game. The delivery from Vanek. Fastball down the middle, strike one. Good answer right there by Vanek. 3 consecutive hits, the third one being a home run, and he comes back throwing a strike to get ahead in the batter. Vanek with the 0-1. Something soft, low and away. Ball 1-1. 1-1 count. Hammered foul. Look out, spectator. Holy Toledo almost took out a boatload of people down the left field line. Again, a beautiful day here. The hill is packed. The grandstands are full. The first base or third base bleachers are full, and we got the Cougar crazies out in center field. Nice day for baseball. And the pitch in the dirt. 2-2.
Let's go, Vanek. Let's go, Vic.
It's a big batter for Vanek. I'm sure the leash is not long for him right now. 2-2 on the way. Something soft and away. Swings and misses for strike 3 and out number 1. Good answer by Vanek. 3 bad batters and stands up and says, I'm going to take care of this myself. Strikes out the 5-hole hitter for the first out of the inning. Brings up Olsen. Pitch up from wall 1. He's falling behind a little bit more now than he did. And you really don't want that to happen ever, let alone when you're playing a big game. Count 1-0, pitch. Fastball away for a strike. 1-1.
My boy, good pick.
A lot of game left. But we've turned this into a 6-inning game instead of a 9-inning game. Fastball hit pretty hard to left field. Stutzman going back. Jumps, can't come up with it. And it's going to be a 1-out double on a ball off of Stutzman's glove. I don't think it can be an error, although he was there. He jumped. Didn't look like he had to jump. Jumped in the ball, left his glove. So we got a runner on second base on the double. And the batter's Pulaski, who had a single in the 3rd inning. The pitch fouled off. And out goes Coach Sorensen to talk to Vanek. Coach Frank emphasizing for him to tell him to get the ball down. Good advice at any league, at any level. He's pitching for his life right now. He's now in a tie game, which shortens the leash. Has a runner at second base in scoring position. A quick meeting, and Coach Sorensen is on his way back. Still got to go about your business well. Things have not gone his way this inning, but it's still a tie game. Ingraham holding the runner hard, even with a right-handed batter up, which is peculiar, but they're playing him late on the infield. He's going to hang out in the middle in the pitch from Vanek. In the dirt, blocked by Davenport, runner not able to advance. 1-1 to count. They're playing him straight up in the outfield, but late in the infield. They got about 50 at-bats on this guy, so they know where they're playing him. And the 1-1 in the dirt again. 2-1. They might dance around this guy a little bit. Lyons is the on-deck batter, but he's a 300 hitter as well. But they do have an open bag. I'm sure they don't want to get barreled up now in the pitch. Ground ball. Perez backhands it, checks the runner, throws to first. Cook catches it. Out number 2 is in the books. The runner advances to third. Out recorded 4-3. It's the second out of the inning. Runner at third. Tie game. Lyons a batter, lined out to center field. Hit pretty well last time. We thought he was going to bunt. What do you know? He hammered a ball to center field, but sure, being the outfielder he is, makes a play. Breaking ball on 0-0 in the dirt. Ball 1. Really need to strand this runner. And the pitch. Line drive, hammered up the middle. Well, that's okay here. Line drive that Perez dives for the backhand and then attempted to throw to first base like he didn't catch it. The umpire called it a catch. You need to wonder if the umpire got that one right, and if he did, why would Perez be going to throw the ball to first base? Either way, the inning's over. The score is tied, and the Cougars coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th. Here we go. Bottom of the fourth here at Franconaga Field. Cougars give up a 3 spot in the top of the inning. Nate Raleigh will come to the plate. He was the batter when Rackham got thrown out in his attempted steal to end the inning. So he'll bat here with no outs. Cougars in dire need of a rally. The pitch. Again, a first pitch swinging. Raleigh hits a ball that the left fielder misjudges. Now backpedals on and makes the catch. So the fly ball's caught and left. Raleigh's out number 1. That'll bring up Jacob Cook. Struck out looking his first at bat. Lefty-lefty matchup, takes a fast pitch, a fastball inside for a called strike. Quickly behind on the count. The 0-1 on the way from Reef. Breaking ball. Up. We'll go up. We're going to call it up. I don't know where it was, but let's just say up. 1-1 to Cook. And the pitch on the way. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Cook batting here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count. I'm betting breaking ball. The pitch is a fastball. Strike 3, swinging. Unfortunately, Cook might have been thinking the same way I did. And he was late on the fastball for out number 2. Jake Ortner, the batter, had a big base hit to spark the Cougars in their 3-run second inning. He'll bat here with nobody on and 2 outs.
Jeez, give him some time.
Breaking ball up. The 1-0 offering in the dirt. 2-0. Earlier in the game, the home plate umpire came to Lassen's dugout, made a point of Vannick giving Butte the opportunity to get in the box.
Oh, yeah.
The 2-0s fouled off down the right field line. Made a big deal of it.
He's always behind you.
And then, sure enough, the first pitch to Orther, he's barely in the box yet, and the Butte guy pitches.
Never had a coach like this. But he's
So
behind
Frank
you.
just asked for the same courtesy. Here's the 2-1. Fastball, little one hopper to second base. Caught, thrown out, inning over. End of 4, 3-3. The new pitcher for the Cougars will be Drew Bradbury to start the 5th. Bradbury had a good outing last weekend in relief. He'll be facing a left-handed batter. Number 2, Pat Argerwald. Struck out and got a base hit. Attempts a drag bunt. Ball rolls foul. He'll go back home Behind on the count, 0-1.
Brantley Gilbert.
Oh, 1. The lefty against lefty. Breaking ball in the dirt. Evens the count at 1-1. Fastball taken for a ball, 2-1. Barry the batter singled. Back in the third. Ball hit medium right field.
Yeah.
Nate Rowley makes the play. Out number 1. Then I'll bring up Hayden Moore, the leadoff batter. Moore got hit by a pitch and hit a screaming line drive to center field in his 2 appearances thus far. Bradbury gets the sign, comes set, the pitch. Fastball, called strike on the outside corner.
Just got a pancake over the
So he's gotten ahead of both hitters he's seen so far. And the 0-1 fouled off. 0-2.
They're supposed to go thumb to ring finger. In the middle. It's right here.
So Bradbury quickly ahead in the count, 0-2 to the leadoff batter Moore.
Breaking ball.
And the pitch. Base hit up the middle. Definitely a mistake pitch that he got hurt on that time. So Moore is on first with no 1 out. It'll bring up Gomes. Moore's attempted 5 steals and been safe 4 times. Bradbury will be giving him a good look, a very short lead at first base. The pitch, slide step, fouled off on a check swing. 0-1, runner on first base, tie game, top of 5. Another short lead by the runner Moore.
Bulletproof windows or something so you can see it. Oh, cool.
Slide step by Bradbury, pitch to plate, low and away. 1-1. You don't want to worry so much about the runner that it messes up what you're doing with the hitter. Because the way you win games is to get batters out. You don't have to keep them from stealing. And the pitch. Ball's hit really well to center field, but Sure is going to be there going back on it. Catches it over his head. And the second out of the inning is made on a very hard hit ball to center field. Butte has the runner on first. There is 2 outs. And Jake Agarwal will be the batter. Struck out looking in the first, singled in the fourth, scored a run. The 0-0 on the way. Called strike on the outside corner, strike 1. Bradbury's doing a great job of getting ahead of people, but he's been barreled up twice. He's got to come up with something with a wrinkle to miss the bat. And the 0-1 on the way. Fastball hit, foul, and out of play. Great job by Bradbury getting ahead 0-2. Now he needs a kill pitch. Maybe a setup pitch first, breaking ball in the dirt, fastball running away. See if you can get him a chase, and then come back to your steady Eddie. And the 0-2 in the dirt, gets by Davenport. Butte will have a runner at second base on the wild pitch. Should have been blocked. Wasn't, but it goes as a wild pitch in the book. 1-2 count. Open bag now to the 3-hole hitter. And Moore the runner. Swings and misses a strike 3, and it gets away from the catcher again. Nice hard breaking ball for strike 3, but not caught. Got to the backstop, allowed the runner to be safe at first. Runner at second, advance to third. So we have first and third. 2 outs. The batter is going to be Daniels, who ran one out of the park in the 4th inning. Gomes has 12 stolen bases, and the pitch is on the way. Strike, fastball away. If you run him and he's safe, the Cougars will put on a 1st and 3rd play, and it probably won't be to throw through since the guy has 12 steals already. He'll be leaving first movement off the left-handed pitcher. But you're opening up the base, and you could walk this guy who already hit home run. The pitch on the way. Line drive to Ingraham, who makes the catch, and out of the inning. Tie game, headed to the bottom of the 5th, 3-3. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Cougars will be Juan Perez. Perez had a single in the 2nd inning, scoring a run. Bats here in a tie game. Reef is still the pitcher for Butte. First pitch, fastball on an 0-0 pitch at the shallow center field. Camped, caught, out number 1. That'll bring Davenport to the plate. First pitch is a strike for 0-1. Davenport had a single that he stretched into a double, and the pitch is on the way. Shows bunt, pops it up, being popped by the pitcher, who got off the mound very quick. So 3 pitches, 2 outs, and leadoff batter, Jack Ingraham, will be the batter. First pitch, Ingram's taken for a ball. Reef winds, throws, almost hits him. Wish it would have. But good to end the count 2-0 with 2 outs in a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-0 is hit center field. Shallow, caught, inning over. We go to the top of the 6th, tied 3-3. So leading off the sixth will be Stouch. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a line drive. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Bradbury out for his second inning of work. Threw a lot of strikes, got a little bit of stickiness, but not a lot. Here's the 0-1, taking for a strike. 0-2. Outfield real deep, infield straight away. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Tried to get him to chase it. Good pitch by Bradbury. Get ahead 0-2, get him to chase. Now he needs to follow it up with a quality pitch here. Ball up, line drive, right field. Could be 2. Rolly cuts it off. Spin turns, but he'll be in at second base with a stand-up double to start the sixth for Butte. That'll bring Olsen to the plate. He has a strikeout and a double. Don't know if short game's in order. It should be, but he might be a power hitting guy. Shows no bunt. He takes it in the dirt. No sign from Coach Farrell. Odds are he's swinging the bat right now. No outs. Runner on second. The 1-0. Hit hard to Rackham. Gets underneath his glove. That's going to be an E5. The runner had to hold slightly.
Got it.
The runner had to hold at second because the ball was hit to the left side. Coach Farrell still tried to send him home, and a strike by Stutzman to the plate nails him at the plate, keeping the tie. The runner does advance to second on the throw home. So you have 1 out, runner on second now. That's an E5. Olsen now at second, and Pawlowski, the batter, who struck out and grounded to second. The pitch popped up, right side. Cooks underneath it and drops it. The fence came close, but shouldn't have interfered with anything. He just was reaching for the fence to find it, and as he did, it just kind of hit him in the bad part of the glove. So Butte's got a break. Pawlowski gets another life. And we have a runner on second, an 0-1 count with 1 out in the top of the sixth. Bradbury's 0-1 offering. In the dirt, gets by Davenport again. Runner will go to third. It goes as a wild pitch, but it's a ball you expect your catcher to block. And Butte is very aggressive on their reads in the dirt. Might have been safe anyway. Runner on third. Lassen brings their infield in to cut the run off. Pawlowski is batting with a 1-1 count. And the pitch flared for a weak foul ball over the first base dugout. And Bradbury got in his kitchen a little bit and jammed him. This is a big at-bat right now for the Cougs. Bottom of the order for Butte. 1-2 count. Runner at third base. 1 out. And the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Blocked this time by Davenport. He checks the runner at third. Throws the first. And the second out's made. When we needed the block, we got it. And a great pitch by Bradbury. He opened the inning up with a double and a single. And a base runner mistake by Butte. Got the runner nailed at the plate. The next batter struck out on the breaking ball in the dirt. So no damage yet. And the 0 offering in the dirt. Davenport again blocks it nicely with the runner at third. As a pitcher, you got to love it when you know the catcher's going to block it, because you can throw breaking balls in the dirt every time you're ahead knowing it's not going to hurt you. That hasn't happened a couple times this inning. And the 0-1 on the way. Taken for strike 2. Sorry, my fault. 1-1, yeah. First ball was in the dirt. That ball was a strike for 1-1. Lions the batter, 0 for 2 in the game. swing and a miss at a low pitch. And Bradbury quickly ahead 1-2. Big pitch on the way. Ball hit to right field. Rowley's drifting, makes the catch over the shoulder to end the inning and preserve the tie. We're going to go to the bottom of the sixth, 3-3.
Go.
Okay, leading off the inning, Reef is out for his sixth inning of work. And he's had 1, 2, 3 innings in the first, third, fourth, and fifth. Stutzman shows bunt. Called strike. It looked like a ball, but called for a strike, and Stutzman's behind 0-1 to lead off the bottom of the sixth. The offering, check swing. It's going to be a strike. 0-2. Break them all in the dirt. Stutzman couldn't hold. Butte's playing him late in the outfield. Fairly shallow. And he's behind in the count 0-2 with nobody out. The pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Ball. Tried to backdoor one. Started way away from him. Bring it in and clip the corner. He missed it. The count's 1-2. Ground ball. Third baseman kind of loses his foot. Throws across the diamond. Strike. And the batter's out. Stutzman retired 5-3. That'll bring Matt Scher to the plate. Scher batting here with one out in a tie ball game, bottom of the sixth on a beautiful day at Memorial. Fastball, he tries to push it. It's a nice push. First baseman fields it. Nobody's going to get there. Scher's going to be safe on a beautiful base hit push bunt. He did exactly what you're supposed to do. The ball was bunted perfectly where all three people thought they had a chance to field it. And by the time they hit it, nobody could get back to the bag to cover it. A push bunt base hit for sure. We have our base stealing threat on first with one out and Rackham the batter. Sure, definitely a threat to steal. And a pitch. Breaking ball swung on a miss in the dirt. The ball gets away from the catcher. And Scher will be at second base. So no need for a stolen base now. The ball in the dirt did it for him. So Scher, who can score on any base hit, can really run. Is at second with the go-ahead run. And they try a pick, and they almost had him. But the ball, they had him actually. With an accurate throw, he would have been out by a lot. But the ball was not thrown accurately, and it ended up in center field. But Scher, who was diving back into the bag, could not advance. So we started all again with an 0-1 count to Rackham, and Scher's still at second. He has a good lead. Outfield medium for deep for Rackham. And the count's 0-1. The pitch. Breaking ball, base hit. No. It's caught by the center fielder. That ball was hit knee high the entire time from home plate to center field. It looked like a for sure base hit, and that's what Scher was thinking. But the ball just stayed knee high and carried all the way to the center fielder for a sliding baseball foot first slide. Caught, and Scher's doubled off second base to end the inning. Pretty hard to hit a ball harder than that ball was just hit. But it's caught. It goes for a double play. And we're going to the top of the 7th, all tied up. Bradbury coming out again. He's done a pretty working man's job keeping Butte off the scoreboard. Top of the 7th, and the shortstop will be leading off Barry. Barry is 1 for 2 on the day. And we have another lefty-lefty matchup. Outfield playing him late in the outfield, and the 0-0 offering ground ball. Cook knocks it down, gets up, dives and takes the bag for the out. Outstanding play. Outstanding play by Cook, diving, knocking it down, getting up and diving to the bag to tag it himself. It goes an unassisted out for the first baseman and a big out for the Cougars here in the top of the 7th. But back to the top of the order.
Yeah. Yeah, good thing he's really tall.
More the batter.
Yeah.
First pitch taken for a strike. So we got the top of the order up here in the 7th, 1 out. Nobody on base. The 0-1 hammered at Rackham, who can't come up with it.
At least he knocked it down.
Some people up here think it's going as a hit. An old pitching coach thinks it's a freaking error. But it's going as a hit.
At least he knocked it down.
Butte has a runner on first, 1 out. That'll bring Gomes to the plate, who's got a double, a run scored, and 2 fly balls to center field. The pitch, ground ball, base hit, left field. Butte will have runners at first and second and 1 out. I'm sure the Cougars are hoping to get Bradley through another one and then turn the ball over to Laughlin. Right now, we have 1 out, and Frank is on his way to the mound. Very slow walk. No call to the bullpen yet. I don't know if he's going to take him out or not. The call's now been made. The Cougars will go to the bullpen. Trevor Laughlin, who closed last game out. A little bit of shakiness, but it doesn't matter once the game's over and you win. So Drew did an okay job. Leaves the game, giving his team a chance to win, and that's Lassen's always had that theory that doesn't matter who gets the win. It's a matter whether you pitch and gave your team a chance to win. And he did that. Came in relief, kept Butte off the board, but leaves with runners on first and second, 1 out. So number 1, Trevor Laughlin will be the new pitcher for the Cougars. Inherits 2 base runners at second and first. He'll be facing the 3-hole hitter, Agarwal, who's 1 for 3 so far in the game. Got to be careful with this guy. And then you got Daniels, who hit a home run earlier, on deck. We need a ground ball double play. We need a little 6-4-3. Laughlin looks to runner back twice. Now a long look. Now picks on. Back easily. It was a timing pick or a looks pick. It's called ahead of time. Wasn't the flash pick where a middle guy just flashes and the pitcher sees the flash and moves. That was a timing pick of some kind, either looks or seconds in the pitch. Slider low and away, ball 1. Nice quality pitch. Outfield relatively deep. It's going to be tough to throw somebody out the plate. We have a 1-0 count to Agarwal. Laughlin's delivery fouled off. Need to dial up a double play. 6-4-3 would be really nice right now. And the pitch, low and away for a ball. Cougars pinch in the middle so they can get to the ball quicker and the bag quicker because they really need a double play. In a non-double play situation, they wouldn't be playing so shallow or toward the base. And there's the 2-1 pitch is hammered to center field for a base hit. Sure comes up throwing to third. The run's going to score. The runner's going to be safe at third. And the road runners take the lead in the 7th on a 1-out single by Agarwal. Three consecutive singles have given the road runners the lead here in the 7th. And Daniel Daniels will be the batter in the second game. He has the home run and a couple outs. And the 0-0 in the dirt, blocked nicely by Davenport. It's come around since that one inning where he had trouble blocking anything. Big strikeout block last inning to throw the runner out, and that one with a runner on third. Good time to run if you're Butte. Laughlin checks the runner. The 1-0 on the way. Took him for a strike. Agarwal's got 5 stolen bases, been caught twice. Laughlin comes set, the pitch. Ground ball, 6, 4, 3, inning over. Just what we ordered. It's a little 6-4-3. But the Cougars do give up a run here in the 7th and fall behind 4-3, headed to the bottom. Bottom of 7th, leading off for the Cougars will be Nathan Rowley. Reef back out again, done a good job today against the Cougars, and he comes down. He takes the bottom of the 7th with a 1-run lead. The 0-0 pitch, breaking ball fouled off, and finally Rowley's going to see a second pitch in an at-bat. But he did swing. I promise you in Butte's book, they got Love's 0-0 pitches. And they'll be on him next year when he comes back. And the 0-1 on the way, base hit, medium deep center field. He's cruising underneath it, got there, and makes the catch on the warning track, deep right center field. But Rowley's out number 1. Pinch hitting for Cook will be Logan. Logan Fisher will be the batter. Fisher, 282 coming into the series. He'll bat with nobody on and 1 out. I don't know what the Cougar bench is like. I would imagine if Logan gets on, they will pinch run for him, although Bradbury's out. Ortner's out. Cook's out, so I don't know if they have another first baseman, but he takes the 0-0 pitch for a strike. Activity in Butte's bullpen. The ball is probably in Laughlin's hand, but the Cougars have a couple people ready in the 0-1 offering. Taken up for a ball, 1-1. Yeah. Then the pitcher has to hit. So the 1-1 fouled off, 1-2. And Fisher quickly in the hole. Did I say 0-2?
1-2.
Rough one, man. I'm sorry, my brother.
It's all good.
1-2 count, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch to Fisher, low, ball 2. Cougars in dire need of a runner. They need someone on base. Or a ball ran out of the yard. And the 2-2 from Reef. Breaking ball, ground ball to third. Dives, can't get there. Shortstop cuts it off. It's going to be a base hit. It's going to be an infield hit for Fisher. And the Cougars are in business with 1 out and 1 on. And Ortner coming to the plate. Ortner hitting right now. Had a big base hit in the 2nd. Grounded out the 2nd. He is a double play candidate as he's a below average runner. The pitch on the way in the dirt. They did not run for Fisher. And he will remain as the base runner. After Orton will be Perez. Fisher at first. 1 out, 1-1 count. Cougs down a run. The 1-0 pitch. In the dirt. Blocked. Fisher can't advance.
This is exactly where they're playing Jake yesterday.
And it's probably the time of the game as well where you don't read in the dirt as much. It has to carry him off the catcher instead of just seeing it in the dirt out of the pitcher's hands. You're not going to take that chance in this part of the game down a run in the 7th. But we have a 2-0 pitch to Ortner. It's 3-0.
Just one extra. The next one that some guys stay on the
After the top of the 8th. The 3-0, it's ball 4.
Yes, sir, baby.
So Reef is sailing along, gives up a 1-out infield single, and then throws 4 straight balls in the dirt to Ortner. It'll bring Perez to the plate, and I would expect a pinch runner for Ortner as well, because he is the go-ahead run. Coach Farrell's coming out of the dugout. Slow walk. No call to the bullpen yet.
30? They did 30 or 20.
And the ball's given up, and there will be a pitching change. Reef did a good job.
No, it's 30 or 20.
He comes out here in the bottom of the 7th with an out and a runner on first and second base.
30, I think. Yep.
Number 30, Kyle Kusich, will be the new pitcher. Kusich has a 3.62 ERA, 3-0 on the year, 27 in the third innings pitched. This is a guy who misses a lot of bats. He's got 22 strikeouts and 2 walks in the season. So he's got some pitch that can miss a bat. Don't know what it is. Don't know the other team well enough. We'll come back after warmups. So in warmups, Kusich has thrown a fastball, curve, changeup. Like I said, 22 strikeouts and only 2 walks. So he's around the zone. Oscar's going to pinch run for Logan Fisher at second, representing the tying run. Ortner stays at first. He's the go-ahead run. Perez will bat here with 1 out. Kusich is 3-0 in 12 appearances. And there's a pick. Oscar's late getting back, and they banged him out. They ran an early pick, and they got him. And he was out. And it's a tough out for the Cougs to swallow right there. 2 outs now. Perez at the plate. And Ortner, Butte's not holding him on. Now they do. So Perez bats here with 2 outs and a runner on first base. Curveball taken for a strike. So Butte, before the reliever ever throws a pitch, had a pick on, and it worked to perfection, erasing the tying run from second base. Cusick up in the count, 0-1, and the pitch. Breaking ball, taken, blocked. Ortner can't advance.
Let's go, Wani.
Davenport on deck.
Dig in, Wani. Let's go, babe.
That's a big out. But we have plenty of time. We still got to get out 7 times. And the pitch, fastball fouled off, count 1-2. I don't know Butte very well, but if they have a better guy than this coming out of the bullpen, I'd be surprised. The game's probably in his hands unless something really serious happens. Runner at first, 1-2 count, 2 outs. Cougs down a run in the bottom of the 7th. Perez at the plate. The 1-2, fastball taken for a ball. Good pitch. Must have just missed on the outside somewhere.
Let's go, Wani. Let's go, babe.
So the count evens at 2-2. Ortner at first. 2 outs. The 2-2. Breaking ball. Ground ball to second base. Fields it. Throws the first baseman. Inning over. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Cougs down a run. Top of the 8th. Laughlin back on the mound for the Cougs. Stouch will be the batter. Stouch 1 for 3 with a double in the 6th. He bats here in the 8th. Laughlin on the mound, rocks, throws, fast. Not sure what it was. Wasn't a fastball, but it was taken for a ball. We're above the right side. It's hard to tell what pitches. There's a fastball lined at Ingram, out number 1. So the 1-0 pitch is hit hard, but right at Ingram for out number 1. That'll bring Olsen to the plate, who's 1 for 3 with a double as well. Another quick pitch by Laughlin. Nobody says anything. It's a foul ball out of play down the right field line.
Let's go, Trav. Let's go, man.
Laughlin ahead with 1 out, 0-1 the count. Pitch, breaking ball swung on a check swing, strike 2. A quick inning is just what the Cougars ordered, and so far it's been just that. The 0-2 on the way. Another slider, ball. He backed that one up, kind of started it at the right-hander and tried to come in the front door. Didn't work. And the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, low and in. 2-2.
No feel. He thought Joaquin's in there and he's standing right here.
The pitch, ground ball, foul.
Probably for something.
Count remains 2-2.
Let's go, Trevor.
Well played game, tightly contested game with both teams having 3-run innings. And the 2-2 is a slider with a swing and a miss for out number 2. Pawlowski will be the batter. Cougars scored 3 in the 2nd. Butte scored 3 in the 4th and 1 in the 7th for a 4-3 lead. Laughlin's throwing here with 2 outs in the 8th. The pitch, another breaking ball for a strike.
That's gross. Slider?
And the 0-1. Another slider, check swing, strike, 0-2.
Yes, sir. Let's get out of here.
So the quick inning continues on track. This is one of those momentum swings again where you go out and you get a quick inning and the offense gets pumped up. Here's the 0-2 in the dirt, blocked by Davenport for a ball. So it counts 1 and 2.
I didn't see it. I don't know why you throw a changeup in the dirt.
And the pitch on the way. Slider fouled off.
Hey, good catch. That was smooth. Everybody jumped out of the way except for him.
2 outs, 1-2 pitch.
Ball.
Fastball away, 2-2.
Ball.
Pawlowski 1 for 3. And the 2-2 offering. Ground ball to Ingram up the middle. Fields it, throws to first.
Yes, sir.
Curtis Lindsay with a good stretch. The out's recorded. Cougars are off the field and ready to bat in the bottom of the 8th. Down a run. Kusich still on the mound for Butte here in the bottom of the 8th. He'll face 9-hole hitter Ashton Davenport. Davenport 1 for 2 with a double in the second inning when the Cougars scored their 3 runs. If he can get on, it'll go to the top of the order with a bunch of guys that know how to handle the bat. And the 0-0 on the way. He shows bunt, pulls back, strike 1. Davenport behind in the count 0-1. Kuch's got the sign and the pitch. Breaking ball, ground ball to third. Gets by him. It could be 2. He rounds it, heading for second. It'll be a double to lead off the 8th for Davenport. Off the glove of the third baseman. Why he wasn't playing more on the line, I don't know. But he wasn't, and it's a double. Not hit hard, but hit in the right place. Cougs in business. Runner on second, nobody out. Down a run, bottom of 8th, and top of the order. Jack Ingraham will be the batter. Jack 0 for 3, but I guarantee you he is bunting. He's going to short game this guy to third and let Stutzman and Scher try to drive in the tying run. They tried that quick pick again. This time it didn't work. Davenport with a short lead at second. They don't have to score him on this hit. Plus, he'll probably be bunting. Kusich on the mound and the pitch. He shows bunt, bunts it successfully to first baseman. Nobody's at first. He finally gets there late, makes the play, and gets the out. So the sacrifice is well done by Ingraham. Davenport goes to third. Stutzman will be the batter. Butte is going to play their infield in. Sometimes when you're up a run, you'll give up the run to get the out. But right now, Butte's going to cut it off with the fast-running Stutzman at the plate. A lot of options. Push to score, squeeze. Here's the pitch. Doesn't show bunt, takes low and away. Sure on deck. 1-0. Lined at the first baseman. He looks the runner back, throws the second baseman covering, out number 2. That's a tough break for the Cougs right there. That ball was absolutely hammered on the line. The first baseman couldn't catch it, even though it hit his glove. Rolled about 10 feet away. He spun and threw to the second baseman, cover the bag for the second out. Stutzman hammered the ball with nothing to show for it. Now Scher's going to bat with a runner on third and 2 open bags. Davenport on third, 2 out. The 0-0 to Scher. Breaking ball hit well to center field. He's going back on it. He's there at the fence and makes the catch at the fence to retire the Cougars in the 8th. So the leadoff double goes for naught, although 2 balls were absolutely hammered. One, the line drive to the first baseman for a hard luck out, and then that ball drove the center fielder to the warning track, but caught. Laughlin's coming back out. We're going to the top of the 9th. Cougars down 1. We'll be back. Laughlin back out for the Cougars here in the top of the ninth, trailing by a run. That'll bring up Carter Lyons. Lyons hits the ground ball, high hop, Ingram across the diamond. Ball slightly in the dirt. Curtis could not come up with the scoop. It goes as an E6. And Butte has a runner on first, looking for an insurance run. The batter is 9-hole hitter Barry. Barry's 1 for 3 on the day, and Coach Avila is going to go to the mound to talk. The meeting's broken up. No pitching change made. 9-hole hitter. Barry up. I would almost guarantee a bunt here. Butte in search of an insurance run. They show bunt. He bunts it down the first base line. It's a good bunt. Laughlin fields it, throws to Curtis, out number 1. Sacrifice successful.
Got it done. Yeah, he like stumbled, bare hand, lob.
Tough error for Ingram in that leadoff batter that took an irregular hop and bounced up and set his footwork off. He had to throw the ball with all arm across the diamond. It was a short scoop for Curtis Lindsey at first, who couldn't come up with it. So it goes as a tough luck error, but an error nonetheless. And Butte has a runner on second with 1 out. The batter is leadoff batter Moore in the pitch. Breaking ball taken low and away, ball 1. No signs. It's going to be good old country softball. Hit baseball. They're going to hit him in. And the pitch taken for a strike. 1-1. Outfield medium deep in hopes that if they happen to get a single to throw the runner at the plate. It's happened a couple times today, if I remember. And the 1-1 after a long look at second, the pitch in the dirt, blocked by Davenport. Count goes to 2-1. Moore 1 for 3 with 2 hard hit balls to center field and a base hit. He bats now with 1 out in the top of 9. The pitch, breaking ball taken away, low and away. 3-1. They do have an open bag. It's not all that bad of an idea to just make this guy hit a slider again and set up the double play. There's some type of off speed. Goes for a strike. 3-2 count. If I was a betting man, I'd say a slider's on the way. Laughlin comes set, checks the runner, 1 look, goes to the plate. Ball hit hard to center field, but Scher's there. Can't come up with the catch. It bounces away from him. They hold the runner at third. Lindsey cuts it off. I thought that ball just didn't carry. Scher was coming hard, had a beat on it, and threw his hands up to decoy the runner. And it might have held him up. It might have been the difference whether he scored or not. First and third, 1 out. And Gomes the batter. First and third. Moore, not a great base stealing threat, but can. Gomes the batter. He's got a double and a single this game. Laughlin's 0-0. Breaking ball in the dirt. Ball. Davenport again has done a great job of blocking since the one inning when he struggled with it. Cougs down a run. Top of 9. Runners at first and third for Butte. Lassen comes set. Short lead for Moore. And the 1-0. Breaking ball fouled off.
6-4-3. That's what we need. I don't want to say it.
Here we go. It's a big pitch right now. Right guy on the mound for the Cougs. Short lead for Moore.
Yep.
And the pitch. Breaking ball fouled weakly to the third base line. Laughlin ahead in the count. 1-2. Butte with runners at first and third. Now, again, we talked about momentums, right? If the Cougars get out of this with nothing, that's a momentum swing for the Cougars to take into the bottom of the 9th with them. It's 1-2, 1 out. Runners at first and third. The pitch. Fastball way away. Evens the count at 2-2. This is a moment right now, folks. Laughlin takes a little bit more time than usual. Checks the runner at first. There's no lead there to worry about. Comes set. And he picks, fakes to first, goes back to third. It's the hook move. He steps off and pumps to first to see if the runner at third expands. If they expand, they have a chance for a back pick. They tried it. It was close. He was safe. And somebody got a warning for something. I can't see why in the heck that would be needed right now. I don't know what the warning was for or who was against. Nonetheless, it is 2-2. Runner still at first and third. And Gomes is still the batter. The 2-2 on the way. Fastball fouled off. With the lead he's taken, there's no straight steal in the future. He might delay steal out of that. He might leave early and try to cause a run down to score the runner. The short lead still in. The count still 2-2. And a pick to first base.
Let's go, Trey. Let's go, babe.
Coach Farrell goes through another sequence of signs. 1-step, 2-step lead for the runner at first. Laughlin pitches. Breaking ball taken for ball 3. So here's the payoff pitch. He checks the runners, comes set. Another pick to first. Not sure why. They have a lot more information than I do, so they know something. Same deal, short lead, 3-2. Pitch on the way. Popped up, out of play. Might have been ball 4.
Let's go, Trent.
Infield playing for the double play in the middle. But they're really crunched in, so they're going to get to the ball quick, and they're close to the bag. And the 3-2 on the way. Fastball called, strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. A huge out for Laughlin. We have 2 outs, first and third. The batter will be Agarwal. He's got 2 hits on the day. In the second game. So 3-hole hitter. And the pitch. Fouled off. He left a slider in a bad part of the plate and got away with it. Never know. Could have some antics at first. Short lead again. Laughlin comes set. And a pick to first. Back easily. 2 outs, first and third for the Roadrunners. And Agarwal the battle. Lassen down a run, trying to prevent an insurance run. And like we talked about, if they get out of this, it's a big swing momentum-wise for the Cougars. And the pitch. It's hit deep to right field. Raleigh's back, can't come up with the catch. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And Agarwal's in with a stand-up double. So Butte gets the 2 insurance runs they're looking for. They're going to have a pinch runner for the designated hitter. Don't know who it is yet. It looks like it's number 3. Chance Belding. Chance Belding. So now the score is 6-3, 2 outs, runner at second base. The pitch on the way. Fastball hit pretty well to center field. Sure's going back, way back, way back. That ball's gone. The 0-0 pitch goes out of the yard, and Butte takes a 8-3 lead on a 2-out, 2-run home run by is that Daniels? Is that Daniels again? By Daniels, his second home run of the game. So the Cougs are going to need some magic here in the bottom of the 9th when that comes up. Butte's going to have some activity in the bullpen in case Cusick has any trouble. The 0-0 is a slider for a called strike. The damage has been done. The Cougs trail by 5. I've seen worse things happen. Slider in the dirt, 1-1. They were a pitch away from being out of it. And they give up a double to right. And now a double down the left field line. So they gave up a double. The last 3 hitters, I believe, has been a double to right, base hit, a home run, and now a double. And Frank's on his way to the mound, and he's made the call to the bullpen. And Laughlin's day is done. We'll be back with the change. So Danny May, the new pitcher for the Cougars, he'll be facing Olsen. Olsen with a double on the day on the second game with 2 punch outs. And the 0-0 popped up out of play. Got in on him a little bit. Runner on second. Oh, 1 short lead at second. The pitch. Breaking ball up. Not a good pitch. Evens the count at 1-1. Danny May, a sophomore. He's had a lot of appearances, and he checks the runner 2-3 times. Now goes to the plate on the 1-1. Up 2-1. The 2-1 on the way. Ground ball to Perez at second. Fields it, throws to Lindsay. Inning over, damage done. We go to the bottom of the ninth. The Cougs needing some magic.
Let's go. Get some base runners.
Trailing 8-3. Here we go in the bottom of the ninth. Kusich back on the mound for Butte. He's done a good job in relief for Reef, who did a good starting job. Cougars only scoring in 1 inning. All 3 of their runs came in the second. And Rackham will lead off the ninth with a bunch of runners needed. He takes first pitch strike.
Let's go. Zach, any way you can get on, big.
Any way he can get on. Anyway, hit batsman, error, duck fart, anything. Takes another fastball for a strike, 0-2.
Let's go, Zach. Let's go, big.
So Rackham behind 0-2. Kusich rocks, pitches. The 0-2, breaking ball in the dirt, taken for a ball, 1-2. We need base runners any way we can. We're chasing 5 with only 3 outs left. The 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball, squibbed at first base. No one's at the base to cover it. Now he gets back in time. And the out's made 4-3. Cougars down to 2 outs. And Nate Rowley will be the batter. Rowley hitless on the day with 3 fly ball outs and has seen a minimum of pitches. He is a first pitch swing guy. The book says to take when you're down in the ninth, but this guy throws nothing but strikes, 22 strikeouts and 2 walks on the year. So that's probably not on right now, but miracles happen, and Nate Rowley takes the ball for 1-0. 4 put up by Butte in the ninth, And the 1-0 offering. Fastball called strike. One out, 1-1 count. Rowley at the plate. Kusich rocks, throws, breaking ball, flare base hit, right field, almost gets by the right fielder. He slipped, and we have a 1-out base runner on a base hit to right by Nate Rowley. Curtis Lindsay will be the batter, his first at bat of the day. Curtis has ran a couple balls out of the park this year. That'd be nice. And the 0-0 pitch. Fastball taken, ball one. The thing about the home run is it kind of clears the bases and all the confusion is gone. And they still have a 3-run lead. You kind of like to see a double and keep the runners active and going. And the 1-0 fouled off, 1-1. Butte is still holding the runner at first, which is a bit odd. Usually in a 5-run game in the ninth, you wouldn't hold the runner, you'd cover the ground. Butte chooses to hold the runner. Not much of a lead at first, and the pitch. In the dirt, gets away, and Rowley will be in at second base on the wild pitch. If nothing else, that takes the double play out of order. And Kusich is behind in the count 2-1 to Curtis Lindsay. Lassen, a good chemistry team. They need to put that together to rally this game out. Fastball hit to deep left center field. He's camped underneath it. Makes the catch for out number 2. Ball hit pretty well, but for an out. That's going to bring up Jake Orthner. 1 for 2. Base hit, run scored, and a walk. Cougs are going to need some help right now. Perez on deck. 2 outs, runner on second base is Rowley. Cougs still chasing 5. The 0-0 pitch, breaking ball, hit pretty well to left field. And that's the ball game. Cougs split, lose 4 out of 5 on the year to Butte. And it's all going to come down to next week. Thanks for listening. See you on Thursday.